Good morning, party people. Good morning, good morning. Oh. Yeah, calm down. We're all okay. Everything's alright. Well, you're just dinging. What do you want? Rebel is having a secret cyber deal drop. Okay. His phone's going crazy. Good morning, everybody. Listen, here's what's going on. We're going to finish our knotting necklace. Let me get this under control here. We're going to finish our knotted necklace, but I have to have some breakfast first because I'm feeling kind of not good. So I'm going to have my banana and my stuff, and we're also doing some shopping. I was shopping before you guys showed up. So we're going to do that. Let me get this straightened back out here. And we're going to have our banana. And that's what we're going to do with our life. Yeah. All right, cool. And then we'll finish our necklace. That sound good? Good morning, everybody. I'll catch up with everybody, see what everybody's doing. Hi. I got to make sure I have my, I'm not. Get your life together, Randy. I will like it. It is free. You can like it too if you want. It's free. Good morning. Do the coffee. You can subscribe if you want to. All the things. Sounds good. Yeah. That's what we're doing. I feel kind of pukey. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just because I have to eat something. I've already been on my walk up the hill with Lily. So I'm having banana and I'm having Kind mini bars. This one has dark chocolate with cashews, and this one has peanut butter and almonds. I'll probably like this red one better. Good morning. Yeah, how you guys doing? So I was shopping on, they got a new gadget. You know how it goes. Did you guys, well, I don't know if it's new. I just found out about it today. Let me just rephrase. Let's go back to the website. I am here on artbeads.com. If you'd like to play along, they're having a sale. It's a Cyber Holiday 75% off sale. And I came over here this morning for something. Why was I over here? Oh, I think I got an email. Is that what I was doing over here? I don't know. Yeah, they sent me their deal of the week email. So I wanted to go check that out. Basically, their deal of the week is like little different kits. Mostly stretch bracelet kits, which I don't need. So that's how I got over here in the first place. And then, if you're not familiar, is anybody here not familiar with art beads? Anybody? It's artbeads.com if you want to play along. What was that? So anyway, I get over here and I got to scrolling around. And then I got down here to the bottom and I said, oh, this is a pretty bracelet. These are videos in case you were not aware. I don't spend too much time over here, honestly. I didn't know these were videos. And then I found this one and I was like, oh, that bracelet's really cool because I like those bracelets, these button bracelets. They're such a pain in the ass to make. So then I click it and the video pops up and it's this lady.
Hello and welcome on this Wednesday morning, at least morning.
Shush. There's this lady and I'm like, yeah, okay, what do you got going on? And so anyway, she's making the bracelet. She's talking about it. She's got this thing. And I'm like, hey, what is that? So she's putting it together. This is like a little kid. This is a little kid toy. You know how I talk about the little kid toys and I like them because then you can play around with stuff? So apparently it's some kind of little kid toy that they make friendship bracelets out of. Of plastic. You set what size you want it to be. You just pop that on there. Put this little stopper in there so it can't move. Good morning. And here's this thing. Now, does it look very stable? Not really, but I mean, I'm willing to try it. Because, yeah, lady, come on. So she sets up her bracelet. She sets up her bracelet in the beginning, which I like that part. Hi. I like toys. So she sets up her bracelet in the beginning. Let me get to that. Yeah, here she goes. She's setting it all up from the jump. She's using those cool check glass buttons. I got tons of those. I bought them from Jeff in bulk. I don't know that they're all shank buttons, but they are all check glass buttons. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so then here's the cool part. She puts it in here. It just sits in this little hole. So you don't got to mess around with a whole bunch of strings and stuff. So she's going to measure it. Yeah, so you just put it in there, and it just sticks in there. And I'm like, okay, I'm in. I need 2 of these. Because, like, how easy is that? Then she's measuring it to the 7 or whatever she's trying to do down here. So she's got to make another knot at the end. Because you want it to be tight. Hi. The tie station is better than this. I have the tie station. Don't I? Yes, I do. It's packed up. I do have the tie station. The tie station, though, although it does, I feel like this little button thing versus the tie station, and this is just my opinion. When you have to put the tie station down and do with the little screwy whatever those things are with the wings, sometimes it gives you extra length that you don't necessarily want, you know? So I don't know. I just thought this would be good. Like, you just tie your knot. You just winging it. You know how I love to wing it. Just tie the knot, wing it, put it in there, and you're like, good to go. You ain't got to tie nothing down. You just, that's it. So, it's $20. I'm going to try it. So I added it to my cart. I don't know what all the rest of this does, and I don't really care. It looks like it does a lot of other things, because it's called a rapid bead loom for kids. So you just put it in there. Yeah, lovely. We love that for me. Looks easy. Gotta be tight. Yeah, we know. Cool. Anyway, so then she gets to beading it up. Here she is beading it up. I don't know. She's doing crisscross applesauce. We love that for her. So yeah, I like it. So anyway, I thought, well, if I'm going to make an order, you know, we got to look at everything. Good morning. Oh no, Beth is not feeling good. Sorry to hear that, Beth. Okay, so anyway, so then I was like, well, what else we got going on? Let's go to the sale. And I was looking at these bead mixes. You can just adjust to the length you want. Yeah, that's true. Get some buttons. So I was looking at these bead mixes because I like bead mixes. I don't know how you guys feel about bead mixes. I've been watching myself this holiday season, and I'm like, what is it that makes me interested in buying things on the internet? Do you know what I mean? Two blockages. Jeepers, lady. Well, at least they found them, and so what now? What are they gonna do? I'm not a good judge though, because I don't do art beads anymore. Oh, Sharon doesn't do art beads. Would you like to share with the class why you don't do art beads? Because we would love to know. When I did bead weaving, this website was fantastic for bead mixes. Well, the only time I ever go on the art beads is when they have the dollar sale usually. I don't even remember how I found out about this. But I was looking at these glass bead mixes because I found that I like bead mixes. They make me want to order things. Stents are not bad to recover from. Oh, they already did it yesterday. Woman, she just in heart surgery, not telling anybody anything. Beth. I have buttons. I will throw some in with your Christmas gift. Yay! I love buttons. I have a big jar of buttons. That reminds me. I wonder where Grandma's buttons are. I might have to go to my brother's and see if he's got that big jar of Grandma's buttons. They're not like anything special, but they're just, they're Grandma's buttons. Grandma's buttons. They're not like special buttons, but they're special to me. You can also use them as spacers, 100%. Let me zoom in on this. Yeah, so I have in my cart. Let me see my cart. View the cart. So I got the tool thing. And then I had a couple of check glass mixes that were on sale, various strands. There was some in the check glass area. And I just think for the amount of check glass strands, they're breaking down to be like maybe $1 a piece. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And they had orange, my favorite color. I find that the art beads are a little pricey. I think they can be too, which is why I only order them when they're on sale. And then there was these like other little ones. I found this one, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's little elephants. I've not seen these before. Have you seen these? They're little elephants. I don't know if I'm in love with them. I heard a random dog. I don't know if I'm in love with them, but they're there. Hi, good morning. Grandma's buttons are special, very special. I know. I gotta find Grandma's buttons. So anyways, I was just taking a little zoomy around, but I only like to really look at mixes, and then I think I found one where it's just mixes. Yeah, right here. This is the one I wanted to look at with you guys. So here's the dealio with this site. I have found out it says up to 75% off. I like the elephants, but I don't think I need that many. You only get 15. I think that picture was kind of deceiving. Some of these mixes have been on here a million years because I've seen them before. Because I like mixes, because I look at mixes a lot. I also like this, but I don't want to pay $35 for it. I was just like, oh, these colors all go together and they're pretty. But for $35? I'm not a bead weaver, so I don't know. Seems a little excessive. These are mostly like little seed beads. But here's some crystals. The Garden Party. Garden Glory. I like all your hearts, Heather. Yeah, so I don't know. I was just checking it out. Because I am going to order that little thing. I just want to see if it really works for reals. Because I think I could be really into that. Because I like to make button bracelets. And I sell a lot of leather bracelets. This one I have in my cart right now. It's $14. It's kind of got the old vintage vibes going on. It's got those little hearts and stars, moons and star beads that we had a while ago. And I like that they paired it with these green mixes. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes the pictures are a little confusing though, because it's 120 grams, but my brain doesn't really do grams, so I don't know how much that is, but it's cute. Good morning, Rosanna. She's doing the hearts too. On the road to the Saturday show. We'll watch the replay. Okay, good luck, Jen. Sell it all. Everything's for sale. Leanna says she doesn't have a lot of grandma's buttons. A lot of decorative buttons. Oh, uh-oh. I went too far. Too far. Too far, too far. Gotta go to the bottom now. That's what I get for clicking on stuff. I'm starting to feel better. Then here goes Anita with her arts. I also think I have this pink one in there, but maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't put that one in there because it's $17. That seems kind of excessive. I do like this one with the blue. This is kind of giving me like Greek vibes. Does it say that? Martha's Vineyard. Oh, I don't know nothing about Martha's Vineyard. I better stay out of there. You're doing the wave of hearts? Oh, I like the wave of hearts. It's fun times. It makes the comment section look pretty. Do y'all know about Martha's Vineyard? All they do is drink wine and stuff, right? I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Sometimes I just like to look at colorways. I think, okay, so anyway, I was thinking to myself over this holiday season, what is it that makes me want to buy beads? And I found out it's mixes and like, it's mixes of beads that are already put together, because then I don't have to think about it and I can just make whatever I want. Oh, that's for the snobs. That's for the bead snobs. Okay. They should give a picture of what a gram looks like. Yeah, I'm not sure. I suppose if I pulled out like, you know, a tube from the Hobby Lobby, I suppose a little tube is like a gram, right? Or something. I could probably look. I just don't think it's very much. And for that one, it was like $17. And I'm like, Carol, I don't know. These ones are pretty. The little rose-colored ones. Those are nice. $1.95 for a tube. Well, that's a little more clear. I think that I like that. Know how big the tube is. These are pretty, these little blue ones. What's that? Sparkly Mystery Bead Mix 10 times 6 millimeter teardrop check crystals. Okay. Also, I found out I like mysteries. I like, this is why the Vintage website gets me every time, because they I did make an order from Vintage. I haven't ordered from them in quite a while, but they had some. They had the sale in Idaho. I still don't understand why they have so many websites, but whatever. So the Idaho website or whatever was having like a big 75% off sale. So I ordered mixes, of course, and I didn't really like. They're supposed to be like so you can make certain things, but I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really. I don't care about that. I just like the beads. So I ordered some. I think it was like $6 $60, which I was not, vintage can be kind of expensive. So I was like, that's pretty good considering that it was originally like $150. Hi. Your husband is helping you to send the email. Okay, cool. My daughter has a friend who is a member of the vineyard in Cali, and they can do tastings every day with a guest. So they play dates with the babies every once in a while. Oh, bougie. Yeah. They be bougie. This one's cool. It's got moon faces and spirals. Oh, it's $5. How much is it? Let's see. This seems like something Randy would like. Right? 1 pack. Well, how much is a pack? 50 grams. I gotta ask Google how much is a gram. 0.11 of a pound. 1/4 a cup. Okay, we're getting somewhere. 1/4 a cup. All right. I could probably deal with that for $5. Oh crap! Did I shut it down? No, over here. 1/4 a cup. They said. Hi. Good morning. We are exploring art beads today. Yes. You're getting a root canal? Oh my gosh. Well, I hope it goes well. You'll probably be out for the rest of the day. Did you see the notification from JJB about the winter market? I did not. They're having a winter market? I like this. I'm going to put it in my cart. Add to the cart. Go back. Oh, why does it keep taking me back all the way? I don't want to go back all the way. Now I gotta go down. Gotta stop clicking on things, I guess. But what are you supposed to do when you want to put it in the cart? This one's cool. This one looks like it has a bunch of really cool beads in it. But I won't click on it. I don't feel enough of a need to click on it. We got flat backs. I'm not usually into all that. Although I probably should be, because every time I need one I have to call Rosanna. Probably not good. 17 doll hairs. Oh my goodness. Ooh. This looks like mermaids. I kind of like the mermaids, but they seem kind of spendy. What's in there? I'm going to click it. Spirals! Spirals and seashells and drop-de-droos. And this one is 120 grams. So I take that to mean it's half a cup. Is that what? Did you guys come to that same conclusion? Well, half a cup for $9 is probably not horrible. I just got one of my tubes with the black tops from Joann's, and it's 24 grams. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. This is kind of cool. I kind of like it. Do I like it $10 worth? Probably. I'm going to add it to the cart. Yeah. So, anywho, that's kind of what I'm doing over here this morning. I feel better now that I've had my little kind bar and stuff, so we could probably get to beading. Let's make some decisions about this cart. Go. View the cart. So we got the Loomy thing. We got some check glass. These ones. 14.28. I don't think I think no to these elephants. Tropical citrus. I think. Why are they giving me? Oh, that's free. Why are they giving me tropical citrus? I guess that's free. It says $0. Oh, that's kind of nice. I guess they were like, here, you might like this. I don't know if I'm gonna like that for $14.27. What are we at here? $96. Seems like a lot of dollars. Free shipping on orders over $49. Okay. Well, Carol, we're going to let that marinate for a while. It's going to be a fun package. Yeah, I hope so. There's one in there that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I might have to take it out. Hi, good morning. I have a whole drawer of flatback crystals that I actually need to make a point to clean it up. Oh. Do you keep them in the... Yeah, Squish was hungry. We had to eat food. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying now. Anyway. It's totally gone. I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch over here. Nobody's surprised. Nobody's surprised. We're having a loungy morning. In my new lounge set, everything matches. It's all the same. Comes with this like long sweater thing. Can't really see. But yeah, we're doing a loungy morning. That's part of my Christmas present from Jefferson. It's pretty nice. They had a black one too. I wanted the black one, but they didn't have it. It just had it in bigger sizes. And I was like, I don't think we need to go all that far. Okay. Good morning. Yeah. Well, I wish you could see. Maybe if I stand over here, you can see. Can't see? Phone is in the way. But it's got matching pants and the little shirt, and then this part. This is just for like when you're in your house and you're like, I'm hot, and then you're like, I'm cold and I'm hot. Yeah, because that's how I've been going. So this is like tank toppy thing. And this is the Squish. Doing Squish things. Yeah. So I like this little thing because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I'm cold. And then I get to moving around and I'm like, I'm hot. I think Jefferson is on to that because he was like, here you go. This is probably good. Oh, me and Jefferson got into our first argument about the move last night. Of course, because that's the only time we argue is when we're moving. Oh my gosh. Let's see. We need product number 8. Got to make a necklace set for it? Yeah. I'm working on some stuff. But yeah, I'm still wearing my bear. I've been like, I'm. Oh no. Everybody says, oh no. Yeah. Here we go. What do we got in number 8? Oh, these are cute. Some little filigrees. And they're white. They must have enamel on them. Those are fun. I could be making those into earrings. Probably for my set. Thanks, Rosanna. These are part of our our advent calendar that Rosanna sent me for Christmas. Put it in the bag. I'm getting, oh, I just dropped something. I'm sorry. I'm getting quite the collection in the bag. I'm going to be able to make some projects pretty soon. Oh, you can't see. It won't focus in there. It won't focus in the bag. Okay, let's see. Let's zoom out a little smidgy. Here's what we're working on today. Now that we got our life together a little bit. You are welcome. Oh heavens, if that was the only time that me and the husband argued, it would be amazing. I am not an easy person. Well, here's the thing. You can be, there's two ways to fight. You can, and this goes for everybody. And this is why I told Jefferson yesterday. Well, not to Jeff. Well, I did tell him about it. Like this fight that I was having with the cousins and stuff. So here's why it's not working out. I am after peace, and they are after victory. It is different. When people are after peace together, like when you want to like resolve an issue and both parties want to resolve an issue or both parties want to like not be doing this no more, peace is really easy to find. It's like, okay, you don't have to explain it. It's fine. We're going to move forward. This is what we're going to do next time. Blah, blah, blah. It's really easy to find, right? Which, by the way, I just want to go on record by saying I tried to do that not once, but twice with the cousins. Twice. Twice is all you get. Now, we're going to get victory. So, now I'm like, if these people are going to try to mess with me after I've tried to resolve peace with them twice already, and they're being horrible, they're just going to have to get the smoke. And I'm going to be like, why are you talking to me? Stop talking to me. I don't want you to talk to me. Don't talk to me. You're done. You no longer have access to me. Sorry. You were warned numerous times, and now it's no more nicey nice. Get out of here. That's what I decided. But no, me and Jefferson were arguing yesterday. Always about the same. It's the same argument all the time. I don't understand. Hope you're opening day 2. Well, no, I'm skipping ahead because there's 24 days in the advent calendar. I'm only going to be here till the 15th. You know, I close up shop. Yeah. So we were talking about the inspection on the house. There's a number of items. There's probably, well, according to the report came in. According to the report, there's like 30 items. Now, not all of these items are like emergent. There's only like 2 items that are really problematic, that are fire issue items. But those are going to have to be fixed in time. It's a brick house. The first item is a brick house in the garage. There's windows to the basement. And the guy said if the garage were to start on fire, it would melt the glass and the fire would get into the house. So these should really have been bricked over, right? Because why you gotta look in the garage anyway? That will come in time. Not too terribly worried about that. However, there are missing 2 fire alarms in the bedrooms, so we got to do that. Fine. Those are not the issues that I'm concerned about. The issues I'm concerned about is there's 4 or 5 orange items. So orange is like, this is going to be a problem soon, or it needs replacement, right? So the one thing is the dishwasher. It doesn't work. They advertised that they had this whole like remodeled kitchen. The dishwasher doesn't work at all. And the microwave works, but it doesn't spin. It appears like they broke the original plate for it, or maybe it didn't come with a plate or something, and they tried to put another plate in there, and it's not spinning the way that it should be. So, 2 appliances, because they advertise that. Water coming up in the basement, because it needs to be router rooted or whatever. And these 2 fans in the bathroom. One fan needs to be completely replaced. They have that one venting to the garage. That cannot be. It has to vent to the outside. Then they have another one that vents just openly into the attic for some reason. So it needs to go through the roof and out. So here's the problem. It needs to go through the roof. Jeff is a roofer. Jeff wants to run it through the roof. That's how it always goes. And I'm like, okay, here's a couple of my issues. My issues are, I don't have doubts that Jeff can run it through the roof. My doubts are he's not going to do it in the timely fashion in which I want him to do it, which is before I move into the house. Does that make sense? So I was like, oh, hey, so I would like to get these 4 items, the 2 fans, the rotor rooting in the basement, and the dishwasher fixed before we move into the house. And he's like, hum-de-dum, well, money, things, this and that, winter. And I'm like, no. No. I want them fixed. So, right. So the seller, we could ask the seller to fix them prior to. I feel like, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask for those 4 things to be deducted from the house cost, because if we ask them to fix, they've already been kind of weird. So I feel like they'll probably like back out of the sale. So instead, we're just going to ask for something easy, like remove that from the sales price, you know, like take off X amount of dollars. We're going to get estimates on it. So, but, so Jeff's like, he's like, well, I can do that one because it's a brick house. So it's not like you can just run these vents through the brick without cutting through brick. So it's like, he's like, well, I'll run it through the roof. And I'm like, okay, hear me when I say this. I don't think, and I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure so there's a vent in the garage. He wants to run it through the garage roof. So he's going to take a pipe, like a C pipe, and he's going to just run it up the side of the house. And I'm like, I don't think it can be in the garage to begin with. I don't think that is code, because that's kind of part of the thing that was the problem, is that it's in the garage. And he's like, well, yeah, but it'll vent out the roof. And I'm like, I get that, but I think it's got to go like not in the garage and then to the roof. It has to go like through the other side of the house and then to the roof. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why don't we look into it? And he's like, why don't you ever trust me to do roofing? I do roofing for a living. And I'm like, this is not about you. It's not about you. So anyway, so then we start fighting about that. And I'm like, okay, when you buy something, the reason when we bought this, we're buying this house and we feel really confident, is because all of these fixes were done by professionals who are licensed and bonded in the state. And there's receipts to show that these things are done by professionals. And he gets so mad when I want things to be done professional. But let us not forget, my brother's house blew up and killed him. Do y'all remember that? My little brother? Yeah, because he's one of these, we'll just fix it ourselves people. And I'm like, gas, electric, plumbing, any of that stuff? No. I'm like, no, don't do that. Especially if you're going to cut a hole in the roof that was just put on last year. It has a warranty on the roof. He should know this. He's a roofer. It has a warranty on the roof. You're going to cut a hole in it. You need to contact them and tell them about the hole that you're going to put in for the vent, so you don't lose your warranty on the roof. Okay. So, then I started crying. Yeah. My brother Coulter, in 2020, in April of 2020, his house blew up. And he died. He's 26 years old. And I'm like, yeah, let's not be doing that. Like, you know? Okay. So, and then there's squish and like all the feelings and the things. And so I'm crying. He's like, don't cry. So I'm like, I just don't know why we can't just do these things. It's stressful, and I don't want to be there with a bunch of contractors tromping through the new house. You're not home, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I can be home in 15 minutes. And I'm just like, it's not the same. Well, right? I'm just like, there's some things where I'm like, yeah, we could probably do that. Like, he wants to do this wall thing where they, in the furnace room, they want, like, return air into it. So, like, basically, like, they just want vents on each side of the wall in 4 places so that the air can circulate. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Do that. There's no gas. There's no fire. There's no water. There's no electricity. Like, yeah, good. Sure. Don't blow us up. I don't know. Trauma, I guess. But yeah, this is the only time me and Jeff start to get mad at each other. So he's already mad. He's like, why don't you trust me to do these things? And I'm like, listen, man, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's not about you. Why are you trying to be all whatever with your ego? And he was telling me that he was going to have Jordan from his work write up a quote so that it's on paper. And I was like, that is not the point. But this took about 15 minutes of our time and the crying, and then it was all over. So he said that he will look at those things and have them professionally done. Except for he's going to look in to see if that's code to run that pipe up through the flat roof. And if it is, he's going to do it, he said. I said, okay, fine. As long as it's up to code. No root canal. Got a crown. Oh, well, lovely. That's good. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But this house is in a lot better condition than the one that we were working with in Cambridge. So that's good. La-dum-da-dum. Ooh, I got my tools all over. Okay, wait. I got to put these in the drawer because otherwise they get hung up on my string over here. I'm just like, oh yeah, we're going to do jewelry making for 15 minutes of this hour. You guys, okay. So, they called yesterday, the cousins, to ask if I wanted to come to the Christmas. Well, my aunt called. You need to tie some knots. Yeah, I know, right? Just calm your little happy butt down. I know. And then he said, he's always like, I don't know why you're even worried about any of this. You know that I can just be in charge of all this and then you don't have to worry about things and be all stressed out. And I'm just like, because... We're just all clearing out our baggage before the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to try to do. The word nesting comes to mind. I know, I thought that too. I was like, oh, maybe this is like a... Ooh. I was like, maybe this is a thing. Anyway, I told them I wasn't going to the Christmas. I said, no, I will not be going to your Christmas. Thank you very much. You all just enjoy that by yourself. I did tell my aunt I would go Christmas shopping with her, just us guys, me and her husband. Well, I think it's because I don't know if any of you have ever had this situation before, but I grew up on a farm with my grandma and grandpa and my dad. I got 5 brothers. Like, we were doing stuff, you know? A lot of the people, specifically men that I've met who work in construction, don't really have a lot of common sense, and they do things that are crazy, don't make no damn sense. And I'm like, okay, as an example. When we originally went to go see the house, I was asking about some railing because it looked new, and our realtor, Brandon, was like, oh, blah, 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 yeah, this, that, the other thing. And I was like, okay. And then we went downstairs and I was like, he's like, this is your egress window. And I was like, is that an egress window? Because I don't think it is. And he's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, okay, well, it matters because if you have, in North Dakota and you have a basement, if you have an egress window and a closet, it can be considered a bedroom. And that is important because if you ever sell your house, you can then list that as a bedroom. If it's not an egress window and it doesn't have or it doesn't have a closet, then you cannot list it as a bedroom. So your 4-bedroom house would then turn into a 2-bedroom house, and then when you listed the price, you would have to look at other 2-bedroom houses in the area, not 4-bedroom houses. And he's like, no. And then I was like, well, I'm just saying because I know for, like, we were talking about this, whatever. And I was like, I know for this, like, first-time homebuyers loans and stuff, which we're not doing. Because Brandon was like, you should get a first-time homebuyers loan. And we were like, well, we can't do that because we've already owned a house. And he's like, well, yeah, but not in North Dakota. And I'm like, yeah, that's not how that works. So anyway, we get there with inspection man. So Brandon's really going to bat, telling me all these things I know are wrong. And then we get there with inspection man, and I asked him, I said, is that an egress window? And he goes, no. He goes, it's not to code, it's not big enough. He's like, it'll work if you need to get out of here. But he's like, it can't be counted as a bedroom. You're going to have to count this as a non-conforming bedroom. Right. See, Rosanna knows it has to be a specific size. But I just get aggravated when these men just look at me and they're like, no, this is what we do for a living. And I'm like, you don't know nothing, but okay. Because I kind of think that's important to tell somebody who's buying a house. I mean, like, good for me for knowing that. But there's a reason that I know that, and that is because when I bought my first house, they didn't tell me that. You know what I mean? So I can never list my first house as a 4-bedroom house. It has to be listed as a 2-bedroom house. Well, that's what I'm saying. And then these guys are like, well, we do this for a living. This is what we do. You should just believe us. And I'm like, I don't know. And to be quite honest with you, I think that Jefferson gets a little, like, upset when I know more things than him. He's getting better. But I'm like, I don't know if that's true. And he's like, yes, it is. And then he, like, Googles it, and he's like, oh, it's not true. And I'm like, yeah. So, I don't know. That just bugs me a little bit sometimes. Yeah, well, but then here's the thing. When the inspector man was telling Brandon, oh, no, this blah, 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 and this and that and the other thing, all the same things I said, even about the first-time homebuyers loan and whatever, because I was telling Brandon, I was like, well, with the first-time homebuyers loan, like, things have to be, up to code, right? Because it was invented so that first-time homebuyers don't get screwed over in house deals, right? So these things have to be up to code, and sometimes it's a lot harder to pass inspections, and it's a lot harder to pass assessments because these things need to be fixed ahead of time. And he's like, oh, no. And I'm just like, okay. So the little inspector guy comes around and he tells him, oh yeah, well, good thing that we're working on a whatever different kind of loan, not a first-time homebuyers. Because if that was the case, these things would be a problem. And Brandon's just like, yep, because another man was telling him this. And I'm just like, okay, I see you. I see you. It just bothers me sometimes. Contract of the housing of the park. Has to be a specific size, and it needs to be easily accessible. Yes, that's just a man thing. We have a handyman fix anything guy. His name is Wes. Oh, that's lovely. Home alone with a newborn in winter, unarmed, plus construction workers milling about. That's what I said. That's just a problem for most men. Yeah. Oh my God. And then I think I gotta stop watching YouTube. I was on YouTube and I heard this guy saying he's trying to defend mansplaining. He was like, mansplaining should be celebrated. And I was like, oh, I gotta hear this. Okay, what? Why? And he was just saying, when men are in conversations with other men and they describe the problem and the blah blah, and then they give solutions and this and that, and they don't get offended and blah blah, and I'm just like, oh boy, okay. First of all, none of that is true. First-time homebuyers loans usually have a lower APR. Yes, that is correct. I had a first-time homebuyers loan on my first house. It had a low APR, and then there was a stipulation, like you have to live in the house for 5 years, and you got like a tax credit for like the first 5 years. I've never wanted to use caps more in my whole life. I know. I mean, I don't know. For the most part, Jefferson is really good. You know, he's been in training for a long time. It's just house things. It's just like when we get into these little situations once in a while, things kind of spruce up, you know, and then he's like, blah, 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 and I'm like, But mostly because I just feel like moving is very stressful. So after I got done with crying last night, I was like, moving is stressful. It's going to be stressful. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, I'm just going to make it not as stressful as possible. And blah, 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 blah. And he's like, we're going to hire movers. And I was like, that's fine. I still have to pack all this stuff up. Did I mess my pattern up? Oh. We're going to call that a design choice, Heather. See, that's what happens when you come back the next day and want to start carrying on about the husband. You just got to mess up your pattern and call it a design choice. I was on the phone with Amber one day. Yeah, I was supposed to go this way. Boop, boop. But I only did one. I mean, honestly, we're lucky we got that one on there. So I'm going for it. I was on the phone with Amber one day, and she was, well, it was a voice message, and she, like, in live time, realized that she messed up her mala pattern, and she's like, oh, frickety, frickety, frick, frick, frick. And I was like, what is happening? It's pretty hilarious, because I don't really hear Amber, like, swear ever, and not that, for her, that is swearing. That's what I get, I guess, for carrying on about the husband. I think it's good. I was just curious. I didn't even notice. But yeah, it's okay. We're just gonna call that part of the front whatamajig. Although, even regardless of that, I think it looks nice. That might have to be enough. Let me see. Swearing in Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. On this side. I'm just going to flip it over and do the other side. Bum, ba, da, da. Yeah, well, it was funny because she's just talking. She's just like, humdy dum, blah, blah, whatever, beads and all that. And then she's like, frickety, frickety, frick, frick. It's just like, oh, what's going on, lady? See, we had a lot of extra beads, but I'm just going to use these ones because they're for this side. I still really like this mix that we made. Just FYI on that. My mouth is bad sometimes. At your beading? Or just in general? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so anyway, we got that all worked out, but it begins. It begins. Just putting it out there. It has begun. Although when we were over there for the inspection, I did notice that the bedroom is a lot bigger than I originally thought it was in my head for some reason. I mean, it's not like super big bedroom, which would be like me and Jeff's bedroom. But I was like, oh, did I mess it up again? No. But it's bigger than I thought. Because we're going to get a new bed. I think we're going to get a queen size bed. We have a full size bed right now. And I think we're going to get a queen size bed. Jefferson, of course, wanted a king size bed, but I don't think it's going to fit in there. I think those dreams are just going to have to wait. I don't swear in Minnesota style. Mine is more like sailor style. That's funny. Don't get foam, it's hot. Yeah, no, I don't want that. And also, Jefferson had one of those, what are they called? The purple bed? The honeycomb bed? Don't get that if you're hot. That thing's hot. It's like sleeping on a... It reminds me of those, like, you know those things they put on the floor at the restaurant? Those honeycomb things? So you don't fall down? That's what it reminds me of. King size. Don't waste the money on a queen. Well, I don't think it'll fit in the room. Debbie, I don't think it'll fit in the room. Like originally, when I saw the room originally, I thought, oh, we might have to keep our size bed because I don't think a queen's going to fit in here. But then I was in there the other day and I was like, oh, a queen will fit in here. It'll be kind of tight, but it'll fit. Like with having both people be able to get off the side of the bed. But yeah, definitely, I think not a king. I don't think it's going to fit. My mom talked like a sailor. She was from down south. I'm from Georgia, and it's very common in the South to curse without using curse words like dag nabbit. Yeah, I think that's how it goes for Amber. You can tape out the size of the king size bed to give them a visual. Oh yeah, so Jefferson does that for me because y'all know I can't see dimensions, right? So he always tapes everything out and he calls it doll housing because he'll do the tape or he'll make like little paper squares so that I can see what it looks like. Because I am a recovering alcoholic and I no longer have my ability to see 3D shapes like that in my brain anymore. I drank that away. My mom would say, my grandma washed my mouth out with Dawn dish soap one time. I remember that when I was like 14. My grandma was a tough lady. I called her a bad name. I don't remember what we were arguing about. I remember I was in the living room. I was working on my science fair project. I remember that. And then she was saying something to me, and I was like, yeah, well, you're just a B word. And she come flying out of nowhere with the soap bottle and got me. That was the last time I did that. I used to do that on graph paper. Whatever way helps you see your way is the right way. I got soap a couple of times. Oh, a son of a biscuit eater. Oh my. I don't really care for too much swearing myself. I don't swear. I used to swear. And I don't know. I guess after I got into recovery, I just kind of stopped swearing so much. Like, I still swear sometimes, but not very often. Because they teach you in recovery that you have to learn how to appropriately express your emotions, and also in like domestic violence situations, like swearing generally just like escalates situations. Like, nobody's ever been called like a stupid bitch and thought, gee, I need to calm down. Like, it usually just escalates the situation. And so they teach you that about domestic abuse. And then, I was a counselor, so I just kind of adopted that. And now I don't really swear too much. But when I do, people always think it's really funny. I'm just like, okay. Unless there's a rude lady at the nail salon. Yeah, well, she was just doing the most. She was like one of those YouTube short people, just in real life, just trying to be some kind of way to those poor ladies because they were from Vietnam or wherever they're from. And she's just being all kinds of white privilege, and I was just like, no ma'am. Like, what are we doing here? Let's get our shit together. I need Swearers Anonymous. Ooh, a spoon. That's not good either. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ooh. Ooh, dang. I slipped off that one. Oh, I'm still okay. I'm just going to go. We're over 4 minutes here, but I'm just going to go to the right here. Got 2 more little stitches to do. 2 more. Anyways, so I was thinking, since I like mixes, you guys didn't really tell me, do you guys like to buy bead mixes online or no? Or you like to mix your own? Or you don't like it? Because then you get stuff that maybe you wouldn't normally use? Question mark? I don't know. I was thinking about maybe making some. I think that could be kind of fun. Because I like that. I like that. When I see it online, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that. Because then, you don't really got to think about it too much. But then it's like, oh, well, what if you make one and then people don't like it? Then you're just SOL. I love a good bead mix. I had to wash my daughter's mouth out with soap a couple of times. Oh my goodness. I collect bead mixes. Good morning, Rebecca. Rebecca just collects them. She don't use them. She just collects them. Puts them on the shelf. Good morning, Elizabeth. My mom got a cutting board as a gift. Oh, a paddle. No to the paddle. No to the fly swatter. No to the wooden spoon. No to the hairbrush. Same. Bead types in a color mix. Different bead types is a good matching colorway. And I love that. Yeah, I like that. Like with the check glass and stuff. It's got a funky drill on it. This would be my last one. I'll use a different one. got funky monkey drill. Yeah, I like color mixes. Or like, I don't know. I just like them. I do like when they have different types of beads in them. I don't really mean like seed beads or anything. I mean more like the check glass ones and stuff. I don't know. Even like, that's why Vintage always gets me with their like little pendant mixes or whatever they do, like charms, and they got a few charms and a few beads and a few whatever. And I'm like, yeah, because I like that kind of thing. Where it's like a kit, but it's not a kit. Well, sometimes even if it's a kit, I'll buy a kit, but I'm like, I'm not gonna make that because I am rebellious against kits, I guess. All right, we are in it to win it. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of extra beads. We could do a couple of these if we had extra pendants. Ooh, we do have extra pendants. I'm gonna put them on the website. I am shipping. I'm shipping today. I'm still shipping. I shipped 20 orders yesterday. I picked and packed and shipped 20, which is pretty good for me, especially because they're larger because everybody's ordering from all of the, all of the everything. But I'm still shipping. I'm doing my best. I'm still shipping, and but also today I'm gonna, when I take my little break from shipping, I'm gonna switch over and I'm gonna post a couple of extra Christmas things because I have extra Christmas things on the website. I'm not gonna make them public right now. I'm gonna prep them for Monday, and then on Monday I'll launch them. So I'm hoping to have, I want to get all of the extra Christmas things that I have available up. Is that possible? I don't know. Probably no, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. We were stationed in Japan when I was a toddler, and my mom picked up a couple of rice paddles. Ooh, I like mixes. Good morning. Hi, Jessica. Kept up with the chat. I was on the phone. You might have to go back and listen to it, Cynthia. There's been a lot of information today. Mostly about me and Jefferson's fight yesterday. I gotta get going to get my nails done. Okay. Have a good day, Dorothy. I love bead mixes and mystery bags. Me too. I really do like bead mixes and mystery bags. And I like when they have like a cute picture that kind of gives you an idea of like what's going to be in there. Like it might not be this specific thing, but like it kind of gives you an idea, like, oh, you'll get a couple of charms and a couple of whatevers and maybe this or that. Like, I kind of like that. But, like, they're all different, like that kind of thing. I don't know. I just was thinking that I might do some mixes up because I have a whole page of, like, older inventory that's been on the website for a while. I don't know how long. I'd have to look at it. But I have 5 pages of inventory. So I called Alex. If you don't know, Alex is my bank guy. Because he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. How's it going? I need this paperwork and that paperwork and blah, blah, blah for your stuff. And I was like, okay. So one of the things that he likes to look at is the inventory sheet. Inspiration pictures are good. Yeah, I agree with that too. I was addicted to the scoops. I must have bought 15 or more. I use them when I do my FOCs because they give myself an extra challenge. Yeah. Fun. Alex, words, things, whatever. Oh, inventory sheets. And so I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I have 5 inventory sheets. That seems like a lot. Like, because there's like, I don't know. There's like at least 1,000 on each page. So I was like, I'm going to maybe do away with the oldest of the inventory sheet. So during the break, when I'm always doing break, I'm going to go through that because I got to pack it all up anyways, right, for the moving. So I was like, okay, I'll go through all the inventory. I'll make sure it's in there. If there's like less than 5 of an item, maybe I'll take that out. Or if there's less than 3 or whatever, so that I can, or if there's only 1 left, and I'll just lower the inventory situation that way. And also clean up some of the stuff. And then I was like, well, I'll take those and I'll make them into little kits. And that'll be fun. You know, with all my extra time. If you do seed beads, I like when they come in a tube or a little bag inside of the mix. Oh, so like not all mixed together. I am deciding what I want from Bargain Bead Box. I won the September gift certificate. Oh. For my hair barrette. And how much is that worth? It's like, is it 20? I can't remember. Congratulations to you, Rosanna. Yeah, I started, like, I'm a crazy person. I make all this stuff for Bargain Bead Box. Oh, it's 50. Well, lovely. And then I always forget to post it on their website as like an entry. I just post it on my website and I'm like, okay, there you go. Or like on Facebook. And I forget. Sometimes I tag them, but like I forget to post it and be like, this is my entry, which is silly because it's like you're making all that stuff anyways. You know, might as well get it over there. Yeah. Okay. So, anywho, here we are. We have finished the beading portion of this necklace. I'm going to finish it up with nibs and a clasp of my choosing, which I think I'm going to use an Old Faithful on this one. I thought about using the toggle, which there is enough weight. Well, maybe I could use the toggle. There's enough weight for it. Okay, I'll put the toggle from the box on there. Because this guy's kind of heavy. He's a, you know, the Partridge-in-a-Pear-Tree. Partridge-in-a-Pear-Tree. I like it though. These little guys, I like that. I like the way that looks. And we have enough left over where we could even make another if we wanted to. Today is Friday, y'all. So we are moving into the weekend. I will not be here on the weekend. I'll be back on Monday, hopefully with a bead drop of all the extra Christmas things. Hopefully. It's beautiful. Would you demonstrate an Old Faithful sometime for me? I saw them on the website. Oh. Like, demonstrate how they work? Or, like, how to put them on? It's really easy. I can do it right now. If I find one. Doo-doo-doo. Old Faithful. Right. I should have them in all the colors, unless I didn't restock them in the bronze, which is kind of what it's looking like. Interesting. Pops. Have a great weekend, Georgina. Do-do-do. There we go. Okay, so I have a silver one. I love rectangular beads. You do. I do like the rectangular. They make it kind of look like a spacer. Kind of almost, you know. Okay, so these are Old Faithful clasps. They're really easy if you have not used them before. We call them Old Faithful because they're just amazing. So you just pop it out like this. It's basically, it's actually what you call a ball and socket clasp. So this is your ball and socket like you would see on a horse trailer. Like this part goes on the pickup, this part goes on the trailer. You back it up and you just squish it in there. They have loops, so you can just put them in. You can either crimp right into there because they're closed loops, or you can use jump rings. Easy peasy. And then when you want to take it off, it's just like that. The reason that I like them so much is because these will hold like all the weight. Like no matter what kind of weight you got going on, it'll hold it. That's why I call it the Old Faithful. I've not ever had an Old Faithful break or like come apart or anything like that. So then one of the things that people say is, well, yes, but it's not adjustable, which is true. However, all of mine are packed up right now, but we've created a little leather strap that you can make, or you can, get. I don't know if you make them, or I'm sorry, get them, but you can make them. And you put one of these on each side of the little leather strap. So then when you have another ball and socket clasp and you want to extend, you can just, so like you have leather here and then you have a ball and socket on here, you can extend like that. You can do that with bracelets. You can make them short, you can make them really long. Like you can make, I think I have about 3 sizes that Amber made for me of the extenders. And then depending on, how much size I want, they're different lengths. And then you can extend your necklaces. So they're also good to make extenders to sell at shows. If you have, excuse me, if you have people who want these, but they're like, oh, I can't extend it, then you can have them available. And I think we sell ours for like no less than $6. And then you can put them into a set of 3, and we sell that for $15, I think it is. So, yes, you can also use chain to connect them if you didn't want to do the leather situation. You could just add your little extender chain with jump rings right here, and then have that as part of your thing. You could also, like if you were selling, you could also just include that, with your thing and charge a little extra for it. Up to you. But yeah. So that's why I love. That is why I love the Old Faithfuls. They're a little spendier, more of a date. I think they can be a couple of bucks a piece. They're like 2 something, depending on the color. And they can be a little spendy. But, in my opinion, totally worth it. Especially if you have like some really heavier gemstones or like some big chunky focal pieces. But if I have some that are just like, I just made this one the other day. Where'd it go? Oh, that's not it. Where'd it go? Here it is. Like this one. So we made this one on members only the other day with our bargain bead box, companion bundle. So just on these little ones, I just use the lobster, because money wise, I mean, you could use an Old Faithful. You don't really need to. It's not heavy. But also like money wise for this, you'd have to add that extra $2. And a lot of times you're not going to get that for a more minimal, smaller piece. Like, you don't want to increase the price too much. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. But I definitely use them on more like chunky monkey pieces like this, because I know they're going to hold the weight. If it means no more lobster claws, it's totally worth it. Yeah, and I do think that also, like, people who have problems with their hands, it is easier, in my personal opinion, for them to work that. Now, when, like, with this one, I put it away. Like, when you're holding it, and it's a little bit weird to handle, but when it's on something and you have something to hold on to, like, it's really easy to just pop off. So, I used to use those for, like, my grandma's stuff because she had problems with her hands. Or super magnets. But she preferred the ball and socket, because with the super magnets you kind of got to go up like this, like this motion, like a C motion, or an up and down, because if you try to pull this way, they're so strong they can pull your jump rings apart. So she preferred the ball and socket ones. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Those spacers are nice. Those spacers are very nice. These were sent as the free gift with my companion bundle from Bargain Bead Box. So they are from Bargain Bead Box. They only gave me 6 of them. They're double-sided. I thought they were really cute because they're like double happiness kind of design. I don't know if you can see. They're like double happiness. And it's 1 bead, which I thought was cool. which is why we put them on here. And these little guys here are from Hobby Lobby, but these are from the bargain bead box, the original and the companion bundle, the purple. And I thought they matched these little guys perfectly, so we made that the other day. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys, I will be jumping off here, and I will see you on Monday for hopefully the excess Christmas bead drop is what I'm hoping to get through. I'm going to be shipping. I am going to be working this weekend and shipping and doing all the things, because we're going to try to. I still got quite a few orders left. I'm by myself this year, so it's taking a little longer. Well, I'm not by myself. I have Squish, and Squish likes to do a lot of napping on the job. Sometimes. He didn't yesterday, or they, or whatever. They didn't yesterday, but we wanted to, but we didn't, because we were like, no, we have to work. So we worked till 5. Because because we're on a new schedule where we only work from 9 to 5. Well, 8 really. 8 to 5. Yeah. Also, before you go, one more thing. Me and Jefferson, I think, might have decided on a name for the boy situation. Hank. We like Hank, if you can imagine that. Of all the names to pick. Hank. Julius. Hank Julius is what we came up with. So, I don't know. Jefferson does this where he's like, yeah, I like it. And then I write it down. And then later he's like, no, I don't like it. So we'll see. But that's one of the only boy names that we were able to really agree on. I brought up Marshall. Remember how we talked about Marshall last week? Or whatever week that was. And now he says he doesn't like that. What's the girl's name? The girl's name, we have a couple. We have Amethyl. And we have Goldie and Garnet. So we're pretty sure it's probably going to be Amethyl. My daughter's stepson's name is Hank. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. But I was surprised because I just texted him and I was like, what about baby Hank? Because doesn't baby Hank just sound cute? I thought it did. I had someone on a live whose name was Nivek. I have a Jameson and a Joshua. I like Joshua, but I had a boyfriend named Joshua, so that doesn't work. Yeah. So we were just kind of talking about that, and then, I don't know. But I thought Hank was cute. And my brother's son, his name is Buck. It's like Hank and Buck. Just two old guys, hanging out on the playground. Goldie. Yeah, I love Goldie too. Jeff is not 100% sold on Goldie. So we'll see. Jeff is the problem. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm always like, yes. And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. But he said he doesn't want to be one of those people who are like, oh, my wife named them whatever, blah, 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 or whatever. He wants to be involved. And I said, yeah, okay. Also, he didn't get to be involved in naming Jordan, and I think that bothers him. Why not Jeff Jr.? Oh, yeah, he wants Jeff Jr., 100%. And I was just like... And he's like, why? You love my name. And I said, because all people should have their own name. I mean, I get it. Some people are juniors and even thirds or whatever. But I'm like, if you're going to go all like that... Okay. Because Jeff's favorite name right now is Trip. Did I tell you guys that? Trip. And I was like, it sounds like a stuck-up rich kid who fell off his dad's yacht. And then I told Jeff, you don't own a yacht, so I don't think that can work. Smoked too much weed and fell off the yacht. That's not what I want for my son. They say, yell the potential name out the door. It helps in choosing a name. Yeah. No junior name because it gets mixed up with the dad and the name later on. That's also true. Rip from Yellowstone. He's not a yacht boy. Oh, Jefferson. It's Jefferson. It's not Jeffrey. Don't let Jefferson hear you say that. He'll be upsetty spaghetti. He hates that. He hates it. My sister does it to him all the time. She's like, Jeffrey. And he's like, that's not my name. Why not do a Randy? Yeah. Well, I have an uncle named Randy. He's like, well, he's a cousin, but we called him Uncle Randy. My son is called by his middle name. To avoid the junior, you could just call him by his middle name and keep them separate. Girl, warrior name. Well, I like Bellamy, and Jeff hates that. I also like Octavia, and Jeff also hates that. Jeff hates everything. Jeff is the problem. No, he's not the problem. I don't know. We're just working on it. We just can't agree. You know how it goes about agreeing. What's the middle name? I think the middle name is going to be Flint. I like Flint for a first name, but Jeff doesn't like it. But he likes it for a middle name. My oldest husband's first name is my dad's middle name. Marcus. You like the 100? Yes, I do like the 100. I also think that those two names separately are very cool. Jefferson for a middle name. Oh yeah, we were talking about that too. And he's like, you love my name. And I'm like, and you know what I always thought was funny? Is because, so we're talking about names and Elijah, and he's like, oh, and then we can call them, we could name them this, and then we could call them XYZ. And I'm like, I don't like that. And he's like, why not? And he's asking me all these questions. And I said, I think it's really funny that you're asking me this, since for our whole life that I've known Jeff for 16 years, I've called him Jefferson Ham. His whole name, Jefferson. I don't call him Jeff usually. I mean, once in a while I do, but for the most part, I just call him Jefferson. Everybody calls him Jefferson in my family because I refer him to him as Jefferson. I don't say Jeff or whatever. And I'm like, so I don't know why you think that would be like a thing I change now. Like who had mentioned Hank? They said, oh, well, his name is Henry, but we call him Hank. And it's like, if that was the case, I'd just name him Henry. If I wanted to call him Henry, I just call him Hank. I like Hank. Hank Flint, though, it's like, here's the thing. We got Hank and Ham. Hank Ham. It'd be Hank Ham. That's what it's going to be. So there's got to be some syllables in the middle. Like, we can't really use Flint in that situation. In that situation, Jefferson probably would work better. Hank Jefferson Ham. Which is not bad, actually. But it's got to have syllables in the middle. Because otherwise there's like a bunch of little short names. And it's like, Hank Flint Ham. It just sounds kind of like choppy. Haggis. Oh boy. Propicia? PK, you're crazy. Not Bead Jeff, my husband Jeff, but not the baby Jeff. Yeah, not the baby Jeff. Oh, my brother's daughter and him have the same name. My brother Charles named his daughter Charlie. And then everybody just calls her baby Charlie. Because everybody calls him Charlie. So, Charlie and baby Charlie. And I'm just like, not confusing at all. Hey, Hootie, we're working on it. We've been working on a lot of things over here. Christian Jefferson Ham. Christian. Oh, we use names that can't be shortened. Yeah? My neighbor's son is Jameson. Jameson is a whiskey. Hank Honey Ham. We can't do that. Honey Ham. Jeff asked me yesterday, he's like, do you want to be a ham when we have the baby? Because, you know, I'm still a brown. And I was like, I don't know. Because the whole part of that was like, because to be Randy Ham, you know. Randy Ham sounds an awful lot like Candy Ham, which is just like, that's not great. Hanky Panky. I think all names, I don't know, all names can be shortened to something, I think. I don't know. I'm sure they'll get some crazy name anyway. Sheena Tiffany and Craig Dominic. Yeah, I see. I see where you're going with that, Anita. Oh, nicknames. Yeah. Alright, you guys. Well, I'm going to bounce off here. Thanks for hanging out. It's been kind of like, we're just doing a hangout today. We had snacks. We looked at beads. Talked about all the things. Did a little bit of nodding. It's a good day. Cassidy Ray. I have a cousin named Cassidy. I got named Cynthia and my mom calls me Samantha. I got named Randy and my mom calls me Marley Jean. But she named me Randy Renee. She still calls me Marley. I'm Marley in her phone. I missed part of my comment. Henry Hank. Hank the Tank. Oh, Hank the Tank. It's been a full bead therapy session today. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having lovely coffee. My coffee's probably cold. No, I got it in this Hydro Flask cup. I even took this on the hill with me this morning. Yeah. My mom does have a full-on undercover name for me. Did you know in Egyptian culture, that's what they do? Like, that's what they did in ancient Egypt. Like, they would name their kid something, and they wouldn't tell anybody. And then they would ask them what their name is, and they would tell them a completely different name. So basically, they had two names. And the reason they did this is that so that nobody could put bad curses on them, because they wouldn't really know their name. So throughout their whole life, they called them by a completely different name, but only their mom knew their real name. And maybe their dad. Clayton. Clayton? Is it Clayton? Clayton or Clayton? Clayton? Clayton's kind of cute. Alright guys, I hope you have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I am going to have a little snack, and then I'm going to jump on the shipping. I kind of love that. I know, right? Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a good day. I'll see you on Monday.